Hello you and welcome to another bonus episode of What Would Denise Do? In this episode we're 47 minutes into recording and several hours after beginning the booze, and we're only just getting started on the topics. Today we're having the debate of when it's acceptable to start celebrating Christmas. Dom has it mapped out with such precision that even his baubles know when to drop onto the tree. We discuss who'd survive in prison and who's likely to drop the soap more than once. So get your Y-fronts off and your pork scratchings out and let's crack on. What's the topics, love, today? 47 minutes in, plus an hour and a half. We've been talking for about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah. Thank God I've got another ball. Right, go on. Topics.
So the topics this week, 47 minutes in. 47 minutes in. I think that's a new record for us, isn't it? It's a new world record. I'd love to be in the Guinness World Records. What would you want to... Oh my God, that should be a topic, shouldn't it? That should be a topic. Let's talk about that.
No, hang on. You'd love to be in the Guinness World of Records?
I can never say that phrase. I can't say it. Oh. I know. There's too many words. There's too many words for me to be able to fathom how to say it. I always just say the Guinness World Records or whatever it is.
That's like when I was doing my course and said, let's celebrate your successes.
Well done. You should have just got drunk and said it.
Maybe. Yeah. Right, go on. Topics. Come on. Crack on.
Topics.
Stop interrupting me.
Enough about you. What do you think
about you?
Yes!
Oh, well done. You remembered.
Thanks,
sorry.
Oh, that's very
I feel like I scared everyone.
So...
You do sound like a heavy breather, though. How big are your tits?
I can't breathe through my nose. So sad. Oh. So, do you know, it's that age-old thing in it of like...
I'm putting this fan back on. Sorry, listeners. If there's a buzz, tough shit. I'm going through the menopause.
So best DIY stories, rude or not, which actually I feel like I was just about to touch on as well. When is the ideal date to get excited for Christmas, and who is more likely to go to prison, me or you, and why?
And what? Okay, understood.
Now, the last topic we shall address, because I feel like Vanessa went for both of us here.
Which I haven't read Vanessa's answer, and I purposely didn't.
Yeah. She was just like, the question should be, who is more likely to survive if they did go to prison? I think you.
Why? And when I say why, I'm fishing for compliments.
Well, no, I'd probably die of internal bleeding. But
actually, so would I. Ow!
Right?
Yeah. Let me try and find that soap again. God, the bar of soap is just so slippery. So when Vanessa came for us, I was just like, who would survive? I think we'd probably both survive, but I think we'd survive for different reasons. I think people would look at you and be like, I'm not going to take you on. Mm. And then I would be like, oh my God, let's do a dodgy deal. And then be like... You sound like you're selling a car there.
Let's
do a dodgy deal.
Let's do a dodgy deal. I was just like, oh my God, what do you need?
Yeah. Oh, well, she sounded like a drug dealer there, but...
And we'd be able to smuggle stuff up our bums, so it's fine. So I feel that happens a lot in prison. People just shove things up their bums to smuggle it in.
But like you trying to smuggle a Ford Cortina or something like that, for those old enough to remember what a Ford Cortina is. Whereas me, I would struggle with, like, you know, a couple of frozen peas.
Please.
Do you know what I mean? Oh,
about a couple of cans, please. Anyway, so I think we'd both be able to survive.
I
think,
yes,
right,
for different reasons.
For different reasons.
Yeah. It's almost quite comical.
I'm scared of going to prison, though. I'm terrified.
Well, then don't go.
I'm scared of fraud. Fraud scares me.
You're not frauding anyone, are you?
Fraudulent. After biologician, I've learned words.
I know.
So, fraudulent.
Yeah, no, I knew that, but I was just trying to be daft. Biologician. I can't say that now. I was listening to that this morning and it nearly spat out me, Chris.
Brilliant.
And that was to do with asparagus.
Oh my God, I had asparagus the other day. My pee stank for ages.
Well, there you go. You've got that. You've got that gene. Yeah. Listen to episode. Hang on. What's this? Oh, I can't remember.
Who knows where we are?
Listen to episode 3. There you go.
You keep uploading stuff into the folder, and it says episode 4, and I was just like, we haven't done 4 episodes, babes. And then I realised that we're talking about the bonus episode, and then it gets very confusing.
I know. Do you know what I've had to start doing though? is like I've got different. I'll show you next week. I'm very organised. I've got different folders for each episode. So I've got episode 1 and 2 / bonus, so I can remind myself that one of them's a bonus. Oh, I love.
You're such a genius.
Well, she was getting herself all confused. Anyway, surviving in prison. It's like
What do you think you'd go to prison for, though? Okay, fine. That's fine. Maybe I'd be like an accomplice. Because I'd probably
I think mine. I feel like mine would be something violent.
I was just about to say GHB, but that's
that's
not.
No, GBH, love. Come on. Yeah, I was going to say because my nana was called Violet. We used to call her Violent.
I think you'd probably go to prison for something violent.
I think, probably. I'm trying to think what it would be for, though. Yeah. It's interesting that I observe that sometimes, like, if I get annoyed and I just completely change from... Yeah. Like everybody does, you know what I mean? No, I'm not special,
totally.
But...
Red mist.
Just completely change into some, like, heterosexual fucking... Don't fucking mess with me, kind of.
Like, it's hot. It's fine. Like, live your best, like, straight, hetero, homo life.
Yeah. Straight acting. Oh, don't get me started on that. That's probably what I got to prison for. Punching somebody that said that.
Oh, fine. Okay.
Straight acting.
Straight acting. That's not.
You mean you're masculine is what you're trying to say?
You mask for mask. That's essentially what we say.
Fucking cunts. So, anyway, prison.
I think I'd probably go to prison for being in the wrong place at the wrong time or fraud.
Why fraud? You've said that a couple of times. Is there something we need to know, babes? Or is there something your taxman needs to know?
This is why I got an accountant, because I was just like, I will go to prison for fraud.
I love my accountant. Tracy, if you're listening, love, I love you.
Oh, I love George. George is amazing. George makes my life.
I had an email off Tracy the other day saying, your self-assessment's due. I'm like, it's only October. I'll send it to you on January the 29th.
Oh my God, you're the accountant's worst nightmare. Like,
I know. Oh, Tracy, she has done. Oh, that was very loud and hurt my finger. No, she's very quick. But I will. I'll do it. I will do it I'll do it in the new year, like I always do. But I won't leave it as late as I normally do. She's worth every fucking penny. I tell you. As soon as I get that bill, I'm paying that thing straight on time.
I always do mine a year in advance because I'm that scared of going to prison.
Oh no,
I'm that scared. Yeah.
I feel like I might get.
You can calm down.
Back this year.
I'm just like no. Just like no.
Yeah. Anyway, so prison. Who would survive? Yeah, both of us, I think. I think you would just suck a lot of cocks and you'd be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, prison. So the answer is Vanessa, and Dominic's about to give it to you.
Is that we'd both survive. We are survivors. We survive. Thrive.
I'm northern and she's the bottom.
Voila.
Oh, well, actually... Yeah, I was going to say something there, but there you go.
No, don't say that. Ew. I'm in your head already. So, thinking of presents and giving presents.
Yes.
When do you think is a good time to celebrate Christmas?
But okay, right. So the right time to celebrate Christmas. Do you mean like as in to start like putting your tree up and your lights and listening to Mariah when you've defrosted her or whatever, or are you talking about actual what? Yeah. What do you mean by celebrating Christmas? Just like putting your decorations and stuff up?
So, Christmas starts for me on the 1st of November. It's beautiful. I get up. I live my best life. I turn around to myself. I'm like, yes,
demure. They're very cute.
Very demure, very cutesy. I'm very mindful. Very like I'm not like the other girls that celebrate Christmas. I literally sit there and I'm like, right, 31st is done. All Hallows Eve, done. Mary just texted me. All Hallow Eve is done. Hocus Pocus is put away for another year.
We should. Did you hang on? Just pause because we talked about this last week. Have you watched Hocus Pocus 2 yet?
No, and I downloaded it for the plane, but then I got too drunk on the plane.
Good. Let's watch it next week.
Perfect.
On me 60-inch. She's got a new telly.
She's got a new telly.
She's got 60 inches to play with. Oh, I played my tapes. Go on, carry on.
And as soon as that's done, Celtic Women Christmas album comes on. Fuck that.
Celtic Women. Soldiers' Wives.
Honest to Jesus. So I literally sit there like Celtic Women, Enya, best Christmas albums ever. Oh come, Emmanuel, when literally Enya starts singing it in a gospel language. Fuck me, I cream everywhere.
Well, I'm surprised if you say oh come in two twice in one sentence.
Oh, come, David.
Davina.
No. Davina. She's finished that bottle, hasn't she?
She has, I know. That's your fault. Yeah. We'll watch it next week.
Yes. Hocus Pocus 2. And then, probably in about the middle of November, that's when we start watching Home Alone 2.
Oh, not Home Alone 2.
What's wrong with Home Alone 2?
No, it's going to be the original one.
Well, I mean, obviously the original, but then I do love 2. And do you know why I love 2? Because of the pigeon lady.
Brenda Fricker.
Who?
That's her fucking name. And you could just tell by the blank look on your face you were thinking, what, has he just, like, has he got some phlegm?
Who the Fricker is that? See what I did there?
Oh, she's here all week. Yeah. Brenda Fricker, that's her name. She used to be in Casualty or something.
Casualty?
Something or nothing.
Something or nothing.
Brenda Fricker. I'm telling you right now. It's her.
I love her.
Yeah, well, there you go. Now you love Brenda. Sorry.
My sister had a shopping trolley. So I don't know whether I've talked about this before, but basically my sister lived with her best friend Catherine. Hey, right. Catherine.
Hey, girl.
She lived with in Warwick. Catherine is fabulous. Like, I once hid behind Catherine's boot. She is a size 4 or a 5, therefore her boot is not big. But I was that drunk, I was just like, I'm going to hide behind your boot, and now you can't see me. Anyway.
I mean, I know you're shorter than me, love, but that's never going to happen. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically they lived together in this flat, and it was just the two of them. They genuinely looked like full-on lesbians for a long time because they just lived together, which is like obviously nothing wrong with that, but like no men used to go near them. But anyway, they were
face deep in each other's minges, so they were obviously. I'm joking. Sorry.
That's my sister. Jesus Christ, God rest her soul. But anyway,
do you know, the thing is, when I say these things, I'm thinking, right, I'm going to cut this out.
Keep that in. Just keep that in.
No, because sister. If Mary listens and I'm saying about being minges deep.
We're fine. We're in a good place. It's fine.
Sorry, Mary.
Anyway. So.
I've sorted out your Sky. It's all fine. You've still got access to ID.
She's got the internet. Yeah, exactly. She does. I set her up, bless her. But yeah, her and Kat used to go shopping, and they used to go with their shopping trolley. And I remember calling her once, and she was just like, I'm going to Tesco's with Brenda. And I was like, who the fuck is Brenda? I was like, I know who Kat is. She was like, it's the trolley. Called Trolley Brenda. Then Brenda broke. Oh. Splash that anyway. Brenda broke. So then they got a new one and they called it Gladys.
Brenda was the name of my Honda. A friend of mine, John, who I haven't seen him forever. Oh, and actually, he was very tasty, but that's another story. And he had a name for his car. So I thought, right, what am I going to call mine? I'm going to call it Brenda. It's a bit like when you brought that plant round and you said, what are you going to call it? Call it Denise. Which reminds me, she's in the kitchen.
Is she? She's driving?
She is. She's having a rest. She's getting a bit of sunshine.
Do you think she's cope in prison?
Oh, Denise?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
She'd run her wing.
I'm thinking, why are we talking about that? But yeah, because it happens to be the name of the podcast. What would Denise do? What would Denise do?
There you go. I'm constantly thinking of it.
I mean, I could ask her, but it's which version do I ask? Do I ask the Chat GPT version, which I think was slightly better than the voice version? Or do I ask the Gemma Collins / Denise version?
I think I'll ask Gemma Collins.
Do you? All right, go on then. Yeah. Right, go on. Talk amongst yourselves while I get her open.
Yeah, no, I think she'd run her wing. I'd imagine her to be the kind of like Rose West of her wing. Do you know what I mean?
And Myra Hindley,
who we've already discussed, are in a relationship.
Yeah, well, that's why I said it. That's
Not
why
anymore.
I said it.
Because one of them's dead.
And this all came around about when is the right time to celebrate Christmas.
Well, we were talking about prison before. And think about it, like, imagine what Christmas would be like in prison. Do you think they get a turkey
when you
dinner?
get drunk, you get high, you get like Mariah level high pitched, you do. Like all the cats and dogs will be able to hear. Exactly. Same. Right, let's ring Denise. What am I asking her?
Would she survive in prison?
Right, hang on. Here we go.
Actually, can we ask her 2 questions?
Right, go on. I'll hang up.
What she'd go to prison for, and would she survive in prison? Please, thank you.
Right. I've forgotten the questions already.
For fuck's sake!
I've got the worst short-term memory ever.
Like, fucking hell.
I've told you, I can remember Victoria Woodcock's from the 80s, but I can't remember why I went into a room.
You're a life coach. You're supposed to active listen.
I write down. I've got notes.
Fair play. What would she go to prison for?
Yes.
And would she survive in prison?
Right.
I mean, I could ask her.
Is that all you've got to say, love? I'm giving you my top-notch advice here, and all I get is a, come on now, doll, give me something to work with.
Sorry, babes, that was Dominic. So we're talking about going to prison, and would you survive in prison? What was the other question, Dom?
And what would you go to prison for?
And what would you go to...
Oh, is that what you're discussing, love? The old prison question, eh? Can you picture it? Me, stuck in a cell, riling up all the other inmates like it's a bloody soap opera.
And what would you go to prison for, babes? That's what we really want to know. And give us a really filthy answer, because we're absolutely shit-faced.
You want a dirty and filthy answer, do you, doll? All right, love, you asked for it. If I ended up in the slammer, it wouldn't be for something lame like tax evasion or stealing a packet of gum. No, I'd be in there for something spicier like public indecency.
What can you elaborate, Denise?
You want me to elaborate, do you, love? Well, I'll give you a bit more detail. Picture this, doll. I get a little too rowdy at the pub, have a few too many, and decide to, let's call it, liberate my clothes right there in the middle of the dance floor. The music's pumping, the crowd's cheering, and I'm just enjoying the feeling of being free, babes.
So basically, you're flashing your bangers to everybody in the pub. Is that what you're telling me?
You've got it spot on. I'm not afraid to flash the old gals anytime, anywhere. Can you imagine the shock on everyone's faces? It would be legendary.
It would be when you rolled your jeans up so they could see your nipples.
You know me too well, love. If I'm flashing, I'm doing it all the way.
Oh, that's enough of that.
Me when I was in heaven, when I was 18.
Hey, God love her. So have we established Christmas then, or what? What's the deal? Have we agreed?
No, well, I've given my thing, but I haven't finished yet.
So, fucking hell.
1st of November, Celtic women.
I thought you were going to say Kelsey Grammer there.
/ Enya. And then...
She lives in a castle.
Halfway through November, we start watching...
Home Alone.
And then around the 1st of December, that's when we start listening to Wham. And then all of them start coming out. And then Christmas Eve. This is fucking special.
Right.
This is fucking special. Now, normally, when I used to have Christmas Eve, I'd go to my mum's.
Right.
And I would get shit-faced. And so me and my mum always, so it was always me, my mum and Nan, we celebrated Christmas.
Right.
And sometimes we'd go somewhere, we went to Minehead once, which is in Somerset. Fucking lovely place. I love it there. That's where I'm getting married. And I've set everything up. I've planned everything around my wedding.
What was the name of the woman that showed you around that castle?
Sue.
See what I mean? Like, my short-term memory, you gave me two things to ask Denise, couldn't remember what they were, but I can remember the fact you went and looked around a fucking castle, and Sue showed you around. Weird. I know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So basically, we always used to go away for Christmas, and we used to go to Minehead. And me and Mum, and I remember it was the year George Michael died. And we went to the pub, and my nan doesn't drink, so she was just like, "Don't laugh at George Michael dying."
It was like, head tilt. Princess Diana.
And we're cancelled before we even got started.
Oh, wow.
So basically, we went to the pub. So Nan doesn't drink, so she was just like, "Fuck it, you guys fuck off, and I'll go to bed." So we went to the pub, and then we went to Wetherspoons. So we went to Wetherspoons, and because when Mum gets on it, she's just like, "Fuck it, I'm not going home." And I was just like, "Fine." So
I've got a new sense of appreciation for our Mary, even though I've never met her.
Mum is a party girl. She doesn't go home. She doesn't go home.
Kind of woman.
Yeah. She's like, "Fuck girl, this." Mary. Like,
good girl.
I'm out.
Sorry, I felt like I was literally talking to a horse there. Good girl, Mary. Good girl. Giddy up. Sorry.
Should be on to the next bar. So we went to this Wetherspoons, and we were doing shots by the bar.
What, you and Mary?
Yeah.
I fucking love her.
So she will basically. So do you know those? You can get them. They're called blowjobs, and it's just like they're like whipped cream and like amaretto.
I mean, I've heard of them. I'd rather have the real.
She will literally do one with like her arms behind her back, so she'll get her mouth around the glass and then shot it back. Yeah. That's my mother.
You never told me Mary was this cool.
Yeah. She's proper awesome.
Mary, I love you, babes. We've never met, but I love you. Yeah.
When you get her on a night, she's in.
Yeah.
And so we're in this Wetherspoons, we're doing shots, and she was just like, "What's that noise?" And I was just like, "What the fuck?" And she was just like, "Yeah, it's like there's a club." Anyway, it's the first time I've ever seen it. It was a Wetherspoons club, and it was next door. And so we tried to get through the little partition, and they were like, "No, you have to go out of Wetherspoons pub and then go round into the club section." Anyway, it was because they were like, "You have to pay entry," and we were like, "Fuck it, let's just pay entry because we're not done yet." Entry was
be 50 pence.
Literally, entry was a pound. It was a pound. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So we went in and we were like, so we paid our pound, and Mum was just like, "What the fuck is this?" And went up to the bar. Honest to God, like we sat there, got absolutely hammered, and then like Mum was she just turned to me. She was just like, "Who the fuck is that looking at me over there?" And honest to God, there was just like this tall man, and he was like really dark, and he was just like black hair, like black coat, and he was just.
I thought you were going to say she was looking in like a mirror or something like that.
No. She was just like, she looked at me. She was like, "Get me the fuck out of here!" And I was just like, so honest to God, like, yeah, it was hilarious. So that was one year. Went back, and then George Michael died, and she was just like, whatever. And then the next year, I was living in Essex, and she came over, and she was just like, and my nan came over, and I was just like, "I'll cook Christmas dinner, whatever." Christmas Eve, again, she was just like, "Right, where can we go?" And I was just like, "Oh, there's a pub down the road that I normally go to. It's my local, like they're lovely." And this pub is about a mile away from my house.
Right.
In the middle of nowhere. It was in the middle of absolutely fucking nowhere. No lights. You had to walk down this country road. Like, yeah. 100%.
I think meant no lights in the pub there.
Oh, no. They had lights.
By candlelight.
So literally, it was proper Dickens. And we went to this pub, and we were drinking, and we were doing shots, and proper getting into it. And she told, and basically they called last orders, and we were like, "Oh, okay, fine, we'll go home." Anyway, we were leaving the pub, and we were the last people to leave, and we were leaving the pub, and as we left, the bar staff, one of them came out and was like, "Listen, we're having a lock-in. Do you want to stay?" I was like, "Fucking yes." So literally, Mary was just like, "I'm fucking on it," and she was straight back in. I fell asleep on a stool sitting up. That's how hammered I was. And Mum was just like slamming them like there was no tomorrow. Anyway, we were walking back, and we were pissed. And then all of a sudden, I was just like, I realised, like, we were walking up the drive, and I had quite a long drive into this house. And I was just like, where? Like, I'm on my own. Where's Mary gone? And I looked back, and she'd fallen into a bush. Like, all I could see was her legs in the air. And I was just like, where the fuck? And she was just
like an my ankle moment.
Literally, she was like, my ankle gave way. She's like, it gave way. I was just like, "Mum, you're fucking pissed. Like, literally, you're pissed." But do you know what I love about her? She gets up every single morning at 8:30, and she's absolutely fucking fine.
Oh, do you know, I fucking hate people like that, because we'll be getting up like crying on the inside. I'm fucking dying. And then
she
people like
8:30,
Mary are just like,
"Lives the best life."
Oh, well done. I've seen a new side to Mary that I never even saw before because I've never met her.
If you want a good night, get in touch with my mum. She is fucking mental.
Oh,
she's good.
Right.
Val,
go on. What? So we've had somebody in Val. Would that be Val? My mother, Val.
Yes, Val.
Did she reply? I mean, she replies anyway, but did she actually?
No, but she's just like normally she just likes, and she's just like, I'm like, "Hey Val, you're there. You're literally like you're bubbling along, like it's great."
She's present. Yeah.
But do you know what? She put the happiest message ever. She was like, "Now." And I was like, "Yes, Val," because she was like, "Because this year is going to be extra special." And then she put loads of emojis, and she put like champagne, she put a Christmas tree, she put champagne again, she put Father Christmas, and she put beer, and it was just like, it was fucking amazing. And I was just like, "Val, I'm here for your fucking energy. I'm here for it." She wasn't demure, she wasn't cutesy, she was just like fucking straight in there.
Did she say anything? Was it all just emojis? This is my mother we're talking about, listeners/viewers, by the way.
No, she put now because this year's going to be extra special. And I was just like,
oh, right, okay, yeah. Gotcha.
And I want to know why it's going to be extra special, Val.
Why is it going to be extra special? Because I'll be there. That's why it'll be extra special.
Oh my god. Do you know what we should do? We should do like an extra special show where she comes on.
She wouldn't do that. She'd just be like, lovely weather.
Oh, I'd love that though. I'd love like Val's kind of.
That's not Val's thing. Val's thing is to listen.
Mary will come
I've told you.
Pissed, but
she's
come
texted me yesterday. She was like, is there a way I can listen to your sleep stories without having to listen to them on Spotify? Because I don't want to get woken up after by something else. I'm like, I'll put them in the Google Drive, love you. You'll be absolutely fine.
Should be fine. Yeah. Should be fine.
God love it.
And then John responded, and he was just like, he actually put like a proper full-on date.
Which John is this?
So this is my John, one of my friends.
Right.
Not yours. Bye. John put the 16th of September.
What, for celebrating Christmas? Why?
And do you want to know why? Do you want to know why?
It's because that's very specific.
It's the 100-day countdown.
Oh, John, love, you need to get
Which
out more. Is he friends with Jordan? Do they have quinoa salads?
No. So John is completely separate from Jordan, but John works for M&S. So I feel like he is in the Christmas. He is in it.
He's in the thick of it.
From the very beginning, you know.
I don't know why I'm doing that. Like I'm going to punch him. I'm not. He's in the thick of it.
Like whatever.
Yeah. Well, John, then I was going to slag you off, but I'm not now because I get it now. If you work for Marks and Sparks. That makes perfect sense. I'm actually quite excited.
When John throws a party, like it's fucking amazing because he brings all the M&S food.
Does he?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's John, we've never met. I love you. Lots. I'd love
next time he has a party, come along.
Yeah. Yes.
It's usually gays.
I'd be one of those people just, like parked at the buffet with a fucking napkin tucked into my t-shirt.
That's usually me.
Get away from that fucking cheesecake, it's mine. That'll be
literally.
Me. Get away from that garlic bread. Yeah,
garlic bread.
Garlic bread. It's a taste sensation. I'm not anti-Christmas. I'm just anti-Christmas in October. Told you, Morrison's one aisle was fucking Halloween, the other aisle was fucking Christmas. As opposed to Halloween and Christmas, it was fucking Halloween and fucking Christmas.
And they're fucking seasonal aisles. Like, drop me out. Do you know what I mean? Drop me out with your seasonal aisle.
Like. Me and my mum went in there last week because, she was down for my birthday. I thought, I just need to pop into Morrison's to get a couple of bits, as we would say up north. And one of those couple of bits was I wanted a bit of cane for Denise because, she's gone a bit floppy because she's got one of her leaves that's too big. So she's in the kitchen propped up.
Which also, Val has commented and said, have you gotten around to getting a support for Denise yet, my love?
No. Is the answer. Well, yes and no. No, I haven't gotten any cane for her. Don't know why I'm doing that because we all know what cane is. But I have put her in the kitchen by the window so she can get a tan. And I've leant up, rather than the big leaf that had gone floppy resting on one of the other leaves, I've got it resting against the wall.
Why is everything going floppy in your flat?
Not everything, babes. Sorry. So, no, I haven't got the support. I need to get a bit of cane to rest her against.
Every time.
I know, yeah. What else was I just talking about?
I don't know, but do you know what I've noticed? As this has gone on, the two of us have just been blah, 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 blah.
This is why it's fun watching it back, because you're like, oh my God. We'd like to thank Beyonce for our prize, our reward.
You never know. You're always like 3 months late to everything.
Only because you told me like 2 hours ago. You told me. Like, this is what I'm saying.
Fuck, I'm so pissed.
If you say to me, remember this, I'll be like when you said ask Denise 2 questions, I'm like, no, you need to give them to me one at a time or else I'm going to forget.
I don't even remember telling you.
You told me. Allegedly, if you don't thank Beyonce in your speech, you allegedly.
So why is she Beyonce? Why is she Beyonce and Solange is not Solange?
Because it sounds like a sausage. It does, though. Would you like a slice of Solange? It does. Oh.
Someone gonna pay.
Oh, don't. I'm testing out my pelvic floor.
Would you like a
slice
of Solange?
Would you like a slice of Solange? But then my mind went to blancmange. And then I nearly threw up.
Blancmange?
Oh, no.
Blancmange in ages.
Have a word. No, Solange. I'm going to have to make a dish next week when you come round called Solange. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we're going to have some.
Oh, fucking hell.
Well, that's it for another bonus episode of What Would Denise Do? There's a very special full episode out this Saturday where we're celebrating my birthday in person. Dom's over at my place fingering through my buffet, and we're joined by the one and only Mark. So tune in or miss out. Don't forget you can find us on the gram at What Would Denise. Laters, yeah?